Hi, this is Rizzo. Welcome back to Early Talk with Rizzo Denise. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the afterlife of Kobe Bryant and some of the comments that some of the celebrities have been saying on Instagram. Also, what is your New Year's resolution this year? Do you have one? And the Royals, what have they been doing since they left London? Do you use Instagram only to make your only source of income? And February's here. What are you going to do for Valentine's Day for your loved one? And the biggest question that everyone's been asking, who shot Ghost? And is Power the best show on TV? All that and more with Early Talk with Rizzo Denise. The first topic we're going to get into is the passing of Kobe Bryant. It's been kind of tough for me, C's, because it's been such a disposant topic to discuss. A lot of people's spirits are low, and I've seen a lot of celebrities just outright cry. A lot of men cry about his passing. I saw Jimmy Fallon talk about it on his show, the story that him and Kobe had when they went to the corner store to get beer. I saw LeBron crying after I think it was a game or practice, and a lot of other players just not really wanting to be bothered after he died. So I wasn't a big basketball fan, but I know that he was a great father, and that's what drew me to him to watch him more. And he was a good motivational speaker to the children and to his fans. So I just pray for his family. Because not only did they lose him, they lost their sister. Vanessa lost her daughter. It's just really, 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 really sad.
So sad, man. I mean, I remember when I first heard about it, I was actually scrolling through IG and I saw R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. And, you know, when you first see something on IG, you just pay it no attention, like, you know, somebody's BSing or what have you.
Right.
So I kept scrolling down, and then I saw it again. So the first thing I did is I went to Google to see if that was true, and Google confirmed it. And then I seen it on CNN, and
My mom told me about it, and I just brushed it off because, like you, I was like, she must have saw this on like a gossip like channel or gossip website. I didn't think nothing of it, but I went on Instagram and I saw it on the Shade Room, and they're usually always on point.
What a life, man. I remember watching Kobe Bryant's first game in the NBA. I think I was in school then, and I saw him. He kept on bricking. I never will forget, but he kept shooting. And I was like yelling at the TV, and I'm saying to myself, dog, why do you keep shooting? You're going to lose us the game. But he kept shooting. And then, obviously, next thing you know, he's in the starting rotation, because a lot of people don't know this. Kobe Bryant wasn't a starter when he first entered the league. I mean, he was 18 or 19 years old. And he made his way in the starting lineup, like, yo, I'm here. And after that, he just took off. I mean, everything he did was electrifying, you know what I mean?
Right.
And, to see him retire, going out the way he wanted to, as far as, letting everybody know this was his last season, and touring the league and I guess the goodbye type of thing. And, it was just rememberable. And then 2 years after he retires, we're looking up and we're seeing this helicopter crash. And it just makes you think about, what are you doing, right? Like it makes us look and say, what, this life is so short. What are we doing just to make everything whole?
Right.
What are we doing to be remembered here?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
I think it makes when people pass away, and it's not even always celebrities. It could be a family member, a friend. I look at what they did while they were alive, and I think to myself, like, dang, I'm going to miss them because of this, because they gave back, because they took the time to take their neighbor to school. They took the time to give money to somebody to get on the bus. I'll never forget that. And I don't care. I'm going to bring him up a lot. But even with Nipsey Hussle, I think a lot of people respected him more after he passed because they didn't really know about him when he was alive. I've heard a lot of people say that. And when we all found out he passed away, we looked back at what he did. And as a person, he was a philanthropist.
Yeah.
He's done so much. And his legacy is going to live for generations because he was so smart. He put it into a lot of things. He was going to buy hotels before he got murdered. So it's just like, like you said, C's, what did you do while you were here? Like, the time is ticking for all of us. So I think it's a wake-up call when our idols and icons die. It shows us like a reflection of what we need to be doing because they did so much for us.
And you know, like there's a lot of people who's not famous that are doing so much for their communities. It's not just the famous ones. And it made me really think, like, you know, are we appreciating the people that's around us that's trying to make things easier for other people? You know, Kobe, after he, obviously, you know that he was about to do big things for people. You know, being that he retired and his platform was so huge, he was in a position to really help people that needed the help. But you know what? There's other people also that's right around us that's helping people.
Yes.
And we don't give them the respect, if you will, that we'll give a famous person.
That's true.
But, you know, we have to look around us and really start to appreciate people who are really, really helping the community out.
Absolutely. Coming back, we're going to be discussing your New Year's resolutions here on Early Talk with Rizzo Denise.
Describe it or
like it.
Let me stop.
Yeah, we was ready to go.
Nah.
If you would like to be a guest on Early Talk with Rizzo Denise, hit us up. Welcome back. Next, we're going to be discussing your New Year's resolutions. And do you have any? C's, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I got a couple, man. You know, I first of all, I just want to be a better person.
A couple?
Yeah, first of all, I got the general ones, like, you know, I want to be a better person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to appreciate and love people more and, you know, just do better, you know what I mean, as an individual. And my second one, which is very serious though, is that I want to do better business.
That's nice. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
How about you?
Well, first thing I did was I looked up what it was a New Year's resolution, because I just heard it from other people, and then almost 90% of the people who told me what their New Year's resolution was, it was to go to Planet Fitness. So I was like, let me look and see what is a New Year's resolution. So it says, some say a tradition in which a person resolves or continues a good practice, change an undesired trait or behavior to accomplish a personal goal or otherwise improve their life. So I was like, I know there's some people in my life that I need to talk to that I stopped talking to because we fell out, or we just decided not to be friends anymore. We just decided to end our relationship. So I was like, my New Year's resolution this year is to rebuild relationships that I may have ended over pride, or I may have ended over ego.
That's deep.
And when I look back, we had like a strong bond. It might have been just like one argument or one thing we disagreed on. And as I'm getting older, I don't want to burn bridges that didn't have to be burned. So that's my New Year's resolution for 2020. And I want to travel more. And I want to, kind of like you, C's, I want to build my brand more. I want to work harder. So about probably just 2 or 3 things I want to do this year. I want to keep it light. I don't want to be doing too much.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's important too, because we gotta pace ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I think sometimes when January runs around, like, we always come up with these resolutions I want to go to Mars. I like, I want to go.
So you know how many people be buying memberships to the gym though, and then you go in there and it's empty after January. You come in there in March, it's just you.
Yo, you know what somebody
they be
told
racking
me?
Up.
Somebody told me that the key to the gym is they know people aren't coming back to the gym.
Exactly.
Imagine if everybody that signed up for the gym actually used the gym. They'd be broken everything. Nah, real talk.
Well, comment and let us know what your New Year's resolution is, and if you're still doing it or if you dropped the ball.
But imagine, do you think that like we kind of like come up with like these things that so like we don't have a plan on how to achieve that resolution?
Yeah, I think people people will say like, yeah, I want to move into a house, but they're not making a list on, okay, how much can I afford? Yeah. Where do I want to go? How many rooms do I want? Even stuff like that. How much would it be next year for me to fix on this or that or that or this? So yeah, I think that would be a really good idea too. Just write down everything as much detail as you can to your New Year's resolution, what you want to do. Even if it's like to travel, make sure you put into thought how much the ticket is to get to where you're going, and how much would it be to stay there. Do you want to do hotel? Do you want to do Airbnb? Do you want to do a hostel? How much is it to cost to get the food that you need to get? And what do you want to do while you're there? Do you want to go to a concert? Do you want to try the food? Do you want to go to a museum? Because I know some people, they have told me when they travel, they haven't really gotten everything they wanted to get out of the trip because they didn't put into thought what they wanted to do on the trip. They just wanted to go. So, C's, I think that's very, very wise, like, to be more descriptive, like be more thoughtful of how you want to do your goals. Yeah,
because like there's so many people that might say, or we might say, hey, look, I want to do this. Mm-hmm. But we don't even give ourselves a chance because we don't actually know what that takes in order to make happen.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And honestly, that separates good business from bad too. Because we all know in business, good intentions don't mean nothing. So in order to make that thing work, you really have to like give yourself a chance to accomplish these goals. You know what I'm saying? If you know, like for example, if I know that I hate the mornings, well, then it might be a good reason for me to start actually writing down my mornings to get through my mornings, because I'm such a bad person when it comes to fulfilling certain things in the morning. So, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's just a little something for people.
Okay. So let us know what your New Year's resolutions are this year. Coming back with Early Talk with Rizzo Denise, we're going to be discussing the Royals and what they did to decide to leave London.
Ooh. You don't want to make breakfast? You want to catch a couple more Z's before work? Stop by 150 West Pulaski Road, where breakfast is more like an event. Order what you want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Peep the fast food taste of home sweet home. For more information, dial 631-424-5878. One Stop Deli and Gyro. One love when you get there.
so special.
And we're back with Early Talk with Rizzo Denise. Our next topic is going to be the royals. What is going on with them? Meghan and Harry decided to leave the UK. According to the BuzzFeed, the Duke and Duchess stepped back as senior members of the royal family. What appears their strategy stating they will no longer participate in the traditional royal press system that grants exclusive access to a select group of UK outlets. According to the site, Meghan and Harry have said publicly that they believe they have been shunned by the UK and treated unfairly since news broke out of the relationship. I have to say, looking at this topic, I did a little bit of digging, and they have been doing like different coins, the flip of the coin with Meghan and Kate. It could be the same thing, and there'll be a whole different topic on both women. Kate could be pregnant, and the topic would read something like, oh, she has a beautiful baby bump, she's about to welcome her baby, her first child. And then with Meghan, it's like, oh, she thinks she's all that, she's so prideful. And I just think that's ridiculous, and that's really, really crazy. And it makes you wonder, why are you attacking Meghan? And the only thing I could think of is race.
Well, to go back to the origin of the situation too, it was Meghan that said that there was a smear campaign from the press over in Britain or London.
Really?
That she felt like the press there was attacking her on everything she did. She felt like that wasn't fair. And she thought that it was coming from the Queen.
Right.
And we all know that, you know what I'm saying, over there, I believe, let us know. I think I said this before, they somewhat control their media over there. There's certain media outlets over there that they are in with, if you will.
I'm not sure. But I remember seeing a commercial, and she was being interviewed, Meghan, and the interviewer asked her, are you happy? And she said no. And I felt bad for her. I'm not going to even lie. I felt like I kind of wanted to cry for her, because you could just look in her eyes and tell she's trying to be, like, hold it down. She's trying to stay strong, but she's really stressed out. And you got to think about it. This woman just had a baby. She left from her country to move to the UK for her husband. So she's somewhat isolated. And as that being said, her being isolated, she's being treated unfairly there ever since she got there.
Well, I heard that the wedding where everybody saw that, obviously there was a black choir, I believe, and
I remember the
from all I heard that it wasn't received well in London.
Oh,
like
okay.
That right there, it wasn't, I guess, the tradition of what they wanted. So it wasn't as popular over there than even that it was over here.
Yeah, you gotta admit, that was a black wedding. I don't care what nobody says. That was...
and then there was some kind of discrepancy where her mother couldn't sit with her, or couldn't sit with the where everybody else was sitting in the family, or the father wasn't able to be there, or something to that extent. Y'all probably have to dig deeper to understand that. But yeah, there was a bunch of discrepancies going on with that.
I just would think like how I would feel if I left everything behind, my friends, my family, to follow this tradition for the man that I love, and then to be treated with so much disrespect, to not even recognize what I sacrificed to be accepted by your family, and this is how you treat me. So I just wish her the best. I wish Prince Harry the best, their son Archer the best, and I just hope they have great things coming to them for the future, because I know that's a big step to just be like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go do my own thing without you.
I remember Harry, I think he was saying that he won't allow Meghan to be treated the way his mom's was treated.
Oh, okay.
You know, and there was also something, and also if you come from his perspective as well, like, you know, he was born into a family that loved and supported him, quote unquote, until he made this move. And it's like, yo, you mean to tell me I've been involved with this family all my life?
Right. Like, you love me now until I decided to fall in love with somebody else that you don't approve of.
And he probably feels like, yo, like, I can't believe they're going to do this to me, you know, because of the woman that I fell in love with.
Right.
And more power to him, because he said, yo, you know what, I'm out. You ain't gonna be treating my woman like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's a big move for him, I'm sure, because, you know, to stand up to the powers that be over there, you know, that's like standing up to the government.
That is, it really is, because they helped him step by step with his entire life. Like you said, he was born into that family. So yeah, that takes a lot of courage to just be like, look, I'm leaving.
Well, you know, like sometimes, you know, and what's so crazy about this situation is that it's like everyday life, like, you know, and imagine how other people are talking about that situation. Like, you know, they know presidents and they know global people from all around the world, and this played out on national TV like that.
Or like you said, just at the kitchen table, like, my mom doesn't talk to me no more because I'm dating a Democrat. You know, or I came out and my uncle doesn't want nothing to do with me no more. So yeah, you're right. It's kind of like a representation of what happens every day, and at least America. I'm sure it happens all the way around the world, but all you can do is just stand up for yourself. Stand up for the one that you love. And if that's the one you want to be with for the rest of your life, Prince Harry and Meghan are good examples of that. Because just like you said, C's, that's a lot. That's a big step to just be like, I'm going to leave everything that I've known to stay with the person that I love. I think that's deep.
And they got a baby involved, man. They got another human being involved. And to be treating somebody a certain way because of some small, stupid nonsense, man. You know, at the end of the day, these people are human beings.
Right.
And they should be treated as human beings, man. If they in your family, man, sometimes you got to say, forget the bullshit and just wrap your arms around people anyway, you know?
Right. Coming back, we're going to be talking about Instagram. Is Instagram your only source of income? And how do you use it? All this and more. Early Talk with Rizzo Denise. Hey everybody, this is Rizzo Denise. Be sure to go on to Amazon.com and get your copy of Wrath of a Scorn Pass. See you there.
You ever heard of a saying, when it rains, it pours? Why is it when the rent's due, all of a sudden you got car problems? Well, here's a comfort to your ears. Bring your car down to 136 Railroad Street, Huntington Station, New York. Scott's Automotive. Scott's Automotive, where you get a great service from the best mechanics in town. Need a wheel alignment? Scott's Auto. Need a tune-up? Scott's Auto. Even complications like transmission replacement? Scott's Auto. For more information, dial 631-673-3915. That's 631-673-3915. Scott's Automotive, 136 Railroad Street, Huntington Station, New York.
Welcome back. Next, we're going to be talking about Instagram. C's, what do you use your Instagram for?
I use my Instagram, you know, every now and then. I use my Instagram every now and then to show certain things, you know, just to show business online every now and then, or certain things like that. What I came about to know is that, you know, Instagram is not gonna be how I get my money. I'm gonna have to go. Some people can get a little bit of money on Instagram, but sometimes you got to go around Instagram to make money.
Right. When I think of Instagram, money wasn't the first thing that came to mind, but what did come to mind was how people use it. And people that I know personally, I see that they would put up pictures. A lot of pages that I do follow now that I do like, are people who use Instagram as a tool. So they already have their business up and running and they've worked hard for the business, but they'll use Instagram to promote the business. There's a family, their name is Yada Awakening. They post food that they cook. They're vegans. So they'll show their son who's a vegan baby. The baby has never eaten any meat. They also eat just raw plants. And it's very motivating, and also it just is insightful to see that that's how they live their life. But they also have a cookbook, so they promote that on their Instagram page. I know with me, I like to promote the modeling on there. Sometimes I like to post funny videos here and there to show my personality, but for the majority, I thought Instagram pictures, and then since I do model, why not show the pictures on Instagram? So let us know what you do with yours. We're very interested in that. I also thought that sometimes even the negative side, I see people like to have multiple accounts and they'll go on Instagram and they'll bully people. I also follow news outlets, and I'll see just people getting on there saying things way out of whack. So it's really interesting how people use the internet nowadays and what they do with it. Some people like to make money. Some don't have a lot to do, so they'll get on there and find something to get into.
What I think is crazy is also how people react to Instagram.
What do you mean?
Like how people look at Instagram as the standard bearer of what they should be doing.
Right, like how they just took away hard work. I'm gonna get famous, so let me just post this picture of me by the water.
You know, some people are hoping that if their video will just go viral, that all of a sudden it will change their lives.
Yeah.
You know, and in certain cases, it's very rare. You know what I'm saying? You know, if people probably looked at the statistics around even people's video that goes viral doesn't necessarily mean that all of a sudden they're a star. That
they're set for life.
Right. You have to basically manage it as like you can't think that one video is gonna is the answer to all your problems. And sometimes I think that's what people look at it as, is if I could just do this one little Instagram and go viral, all my bills will be paid. And that's just a bad gamble. You know what I mean? Like from a business standpoint, you know.
I think so too. I think it should be a tool. If you already have a company like soap or whatever it is that you do, yes, get an Instagram page and you can use that to find more a bigger audience. I should say. There's a spa Instagram page that I follow, and I like them. They show videos of what they do. They have pictures of their services. They have the address on there. They have the telephone number. So I was just scrolling through because I've never seen some of the services that they provide with versus other people that have spa companies. And when I called them and I got prices, I ended up going there. Now I do business with them. And if it wasn't for Instagram, I wouldn't know nothing about them. So it's a great tool in my opinion, but I think that our community needs to really work on using it to that benefit.
Yes. It's amazing because, you know, there's so many businesses that's not even on Instagram.
Right.
There's businesses that we give them business every day and they're not on Instagram.
And that's crazy to me. You know?
They're making more money than, let's just say, we are, for example. And let's say one post 50 times a day and they got 30,000 people on their Instagram, but yet ain't no money being brought in. And this person that ain't got no Instagram that has a store down the block is making more money.
We'll be back after these messages. If you would like to be a guest on Early Talk with Rizzo Denise, hit us up.
You can't have flow without fluidity. Ladies and gentlemen, she got what you need. That gorgeous view to get you through your day. Model vixen Kimchi releases her new project called Fluidity. You can't have flow without fluidity. Available for download or physical purchase. Hold it down, people, and show her your support. Available only on modelsandvixens.com.
Welcome back to Early Talk with Rizzo Denise. February is here, people. So are you going to be giving any gifts for Valentine's Day?
Hey.
I have to say, I always did it like this. I would just give gifts to everybody. Because to me, I love everybody. I'm not going to just give it to my boyfriend. If I want to, I'm going to give cards to my mom. I'm going to give some chocolate to my grandma. I'm going to give some cute jewelry to my sister. I'm gonna go out like that. I feel like
that's what's up.
It's spreading love. It's not just to one individual.
That's
what about
up,
you,
man.
C's? What you do for Valentine's Day?
I don't know exactly. I'm not gonna put my business out there.
Come on, the ladies want to know.
But one of the things that I will say, and I'll give some advice to some of my peoples out there, the dudes out there. Hey, look, when you do give a Valentine's Day to your shorty, man, make sure that Valentine's Day gift is somewhat appropriate. So the question then becomes, let me ask you, is there proper etiquette when it comes to a Valentine's Day gift for your person?
As a receiver?
As a receiver and a giver?
Not really, because I'm real broad with mine. Like I was saying, I treat it like, you remember when we were kids in class and the teacher's like, okay, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so everybody bring candy.
Right.
And you'll just pass it to all the students.
Right.
That's how I always been doing it since then. So I always just pass it to everybody. I don't have when it comes to my boyfriend, I would think about what he likes. So I remember one year, one guy I was dating, he liked cars a lot, but I still kept it basic. I went to the Dollar General and I got those cute little NASCAR cars and I put it in a basket, and then I put t-shirts in there because he liked white tees. And then I put, I think, something for his son in there, whatever.
See,
and I
that's
gave it
what's
to him.
up.
But I'm trying to go all out and take his ass to the mountains and trying to show him the world.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to present a situation to your person that you are a airhead. Have some sort of vision behind what you're doing so she can respect you, my man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't have it to wherein, you just, have it to wherein your girl is going to respect you, respect your vision.
She's like, yeah, he's been paying attention.
There you go. Hey.
He saw that I love the color yellow.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it up right.
We'll be back after these messages. Hey everybody, this is Rizzo Denise. Be sure to go on to Amazon.com and get your copy of Wrath of a Scorn Past. See you there. And we're back. Okay, so it's the question that we all been asking around the world. Who killed Ghost? Now, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, 50 Cent, I kind of feel away, and you better not come for me on Instagram. But I thought the last episode was January the 5th. I didn't know you were gonna break it down like that. So I was a little salty when the episode went off. And this is spoiler alerts too, so if you guys haven't been watching, turn off the TV right now because we're going to go into detail about these episodes. But when Dre came back, when it came back on TV and it showed his vision. And first of all, I want to say another thing too. The writers, they deserve an award.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the Oscars, the Grammys. It's to the point now where I think BET needs to just make an award show, make it big award show just like the Oscars, and start recognizing people who deserve it, because Power has so many different things about the show that are so great. The writing's great, the acting's great, cinematography is great, the music is good.
The cinematography is off the chain, man.
And I like how they made it to where everybody had something going on the day Ghost got shot. I thought that was brilliant. It didn't go back to just like, okay, this is where we stopped at. Ghost falling down. Let's see who killed him. It went back to Dre. So it showed up until what happened and how he got arrested and how he was really trying to get out of the game. He just had the worst luck. Then he sees like there was no escaping everything. It was always something that would happen to Dre. Like
but you know what? The thing with Dre though, Dre was always he got out of a lot of stuff that should have ended him. Right. And throughout that whole however long he was on that show. Right. Like you saw this dude evade a lot of stuff and finally, and I guess that's why the fans I felt so good about when, you know, they finally got him, because he got out of a lot. Even
like up to the part where he went to the club to go kill Ghost, but Ghost was already shot. So he left. He could have got arrested there.
That's right.
By the FBI agent, but he punched her, stupid, and he left. He had the money and everything. He went to the corner store, and then when he got to the corner store, that's when he finally got arrested. But even with that, he went to jail. He was fine in there, but it was the two dudes in jail, and they ended up killing him.
2-bit.
2-bit, yeah, 2-bit.
You know, and the thing with Dre is, remember the time when he got kidnapped, but he had the FBI ankle. He was supposed to get got then, and he didn't.
Exactly. So I like that. I like how it showed that in Terrence. Is that Terrence? Not Terrence. The governor. Yes, isn't that his name on the show?
His name is what's his name?
The one from
Rashad Tate. Rashad Tate.
He needs an Oscar too. He was making me. He's such a good actor on the show. Yes. He does good, and like his luck changed in a sense. Like he was having the worst of luck. Ghost was about to win the election. He got caught messing around with one of his workers. A lot of stuff. He really, really wanted that position, and then when Ghost got shot, it was like his chances just risen from there. It's really, and really what made
that so deep too is he actually tried to kill Ghost twice. Remember he?
Yeah, he did.
He tried to play off Cedric the Entertainer, right?
Yeah, and shout out to him. He did a good job.
Yeah,
he did a real good job. It's not easy being a comedian trying to act evil. That ain't easy.
Yeah.
Look at how they crucified Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, I love you, but that movie where you kept seeing the number 6, that wasn't all that. But Cedric played not a hitman. I don't want to say assassin, but a hitman, and his son was a hitman too. And he did good. Like he kind of scared me a little bit. You know, he did a really good job on his episode. But I don't mean to cut you off, Steve.
Yeah,
what were you saying?
No, because Rashad Tate tried to kill Ghost twice through different people. Mm-hmm, For example, the last time with Dre and then with Cedric the Entertainer. And I thought it was dope how they wrote it to wherein when he called Cedric the Entertainer up there to New York, then he changed his mind and said he didn't want to go ahead, you know, and Cedric the Entertainer said, look, we not having this. We're going to go ahead. Yeah.
And I like, you remember how they set it up too? Remember when Ghost was talking to Tommy at the shipyard?
Right.
Before they took the break from the show, you didn't know who was shooting at them.
Exactly right.
And then when it came back, you saw it was Cedric and his son. I thought that was genius.
And Tommy thought it was the Italians. Remember when when he saw Cedric Entertainer? Yeah.
Even before the show came back on, they showed who they were, but I didn't know that was Cedric who got shot.
Right.
I thought that was just a regular actor, but when they showed it, it was the exact same person, exact same body on the floor. They did that.
I thought it was excellent acting on Tommy's episode as well. You know, with the little girl who,
that's the last episode, right?
That was the second to last.
Okay.
Because the Tates was the last one.
Yeah, you're right.
And Tommy's episode, I thought, was well acted. It was well scripted. And what really stood out to me is the part with Tariq on Tommy's episode.
Tariq.
When Tariq, he just didn't care. Like, he told the Italians where to find Tommy.
He's getting like his dad. You notice that he's getting like Ghost,
and it was almost like it was worse than Ghost. It was like a worse version.
Yeah, like Kanan.
Yeah, you know. And think about it. He was the one that did Kanan in Tariq.
He did. He sure did. He sure did. And you know what? It was nice and a little sentimental when Tommy had a change of heart. Because I'm thinking this whole season he's going to hate Ghost. Like, I want to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm sorry. We've been through too much. But he was like, you know what? Let's just stop this. He tried to get Tariq to change his mind too, but it just didn't work out. So this show is amazing. I don't know why it hasn't been nominated.
When he got to the club and saw Ghost on the floor, and that was the first time we saw Ghost on the floor.
I almost cried.
That episode was so deep. And when Tommy saw the killer,
he was like, what? What? That's why I think Tariq is the one who shot him.
It has to be. It has to be because...
Like, who else got him shocked like that?
Right.
Unless it was Tasha.
But I think he would have killed Tasha because if it was Tasha, remember Tasha had killed... Keisha. So
yeah, he found out about it.
His patience was kind of... I think just off instinct, he'd have shot Tasha.
You got a point. Before that episode, my whole idea of what had went down, I thought Rashad Tate had got in contact with Ghost and came up with an idea for Ghost to fake his death, and he was going to give him a lot of money to just go away because he found some more evidence on Ghost that he was going to blackmail him with. I was like, okay, that's what I thought. But when Tate was outside when he found out that Ghost got murdered, I was like, okay, Rashad Tate didn't have nothing to do with it. Right. So I can't wait to see. The writers are so good. Like, ain't no talent. Like, shout out to Corey Kemp. Shout out to Gary Lennon. Shout out to Eric Haywood. There's a lot of writers on that show. Shout out to all y'all. Like, you guys make this show amazing.
You know whose episode was dope and it didn't get the credit that Paz's episode? Angela's sister. I felt like her episode was slept on. She did some outstanding acting.
She is a good actress. Angela's sister?
Angela's sister did a great job.
She is. I feel bad. We need to look up her information too, so we could say her name on here. But she is a good actress. Because she has a Netflix
show on as well. I found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on Netflix with some show that she does as a series. And her episode was phenomenal. I don't know. I think everybody deserves an award, even stupid ass Tariq.
Comment and let us know what you guys think of that. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of Early Talk with Rizzo Denise. I'm your host. Thank you so much for watching with us, and we'll see you next time.